What is reunification therapy? Reunification therapy usually includes at least one parent and children in a matter where the relationship has either been strained or they don't really have a relationship with a parent because they don't know them, they've never seen them, they've never built a relationship. It's a therapeutic setting where a therapist is able to do an intake with the child, with that parent, make sure that reunification is appropriate for that case. Once the therapist deems that reunification therapy is appropriate, usually there's a joint session with the children and the other parent, and the therapist is there as well to observe and guide conversations between the children and the other parent. It may not seem organic to say the least, but usually it's much needed in relationships like these to have this third party who's a professional, who's a therapist, guiding the conversation along, making sure that things are going smoothly, redirecting the conversations to make sure that they're appropriate and not for it to be derailed or to talk about something that's not appropriate, like case proceeding. This is not something that happens overnight where all of a sudden the relationship is corrected for the many months, weeks, or years where it's been strained or non existent. I've had cases where reunification therapy was needed for months on end until finally the therapist was like, okay, we can slowly transition out of therapy. And then I've had cases where therapy was only needed for a couple of sessions because the child already knew the other parent, but it was just strained because of outside factors or the other parent, and the therapist only needed to guide them for a short amount of time. So what happens then if you are against reunification therapy? A lot of times a court will not allow unsupervised visits or even supervised visits without reunification occurring if they deem that it's needed for the well-being of the child. And remember, the court's priority is the children. It is not you and it is not the other parent. Always look at it positively, go into it with an open mind, and make sure that you see that this is for the best interest of your child or your children. Reunification therapy is meant to help everybody involved to make sure that the relationship is prosperous, healthy, and able to progress without the therapist. Long-term goal for reunification therapy is to get everyone out of reunification therapy. It's not to keep everyone in therapy.